Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google L, and Apple. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the right hand bottom corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright guys, daily chart, 18 million. 0.24% up or 39 cents green on the day. We had a nice 9-10 day rally on these, broke above the channeled bullish pattern, but still above the 50 and the 20 and the 200 MA. Great stance, a little bit stretched, so watch for that. Will we go sideways into earnings and then pop? Will we go sideways into earnings or drop? Or will we possibly fade into earnings and get the pop? You know, this is going to be interesting if the markets kind of fade a little bit. I mean, 9-10 days up here, guys. We need a little pause, a little bit of a pullback. If we do, watch for this trend line here. This will be good support. And that's right around the 157, 158, you know, even 160. That's pretty good support here. If that cracks, then this thing could possibly start to slide into earnings. Again, 50-50 shot, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. But if it plays up, I'll add more short. If it plays down, I'll cover and hopefully go long. I would love to do that. I'd love for these things to drop, and then we could ride them back up again. So Facebook, guys, nothing wrong going into earnings, and I don't know when it is, but it's got to be up in the next couple of weeks. Let's go into Amazon. Amazon 0.18%, $1.83, still grinding higher. We still are above the all-time highs, 117.86 area, grinding higher. We did confirm on the daily. I want to see what we do on the weekly and the weekly close tomorrow. What was it, 13, what was the all-time high? Almost 1035, so even number up there. Stalled out, didn't get a little bit of follow-through. Volume wasn't bad today, but a little bit of selling today from the high and just kind of a fade, and then at the end they drove it up a little bit and closed it on the green. So let's see if we go sideways into earnings and then the pop, or do we go sideways? Kind of same thing, everything's the same on these, just like Facebook, guys. Or, you know, do we start to slide and then the pop? Right now we'll just wait for pattern and see what's up. Still a little stretch from the 20 MA. When we get stretched, it has a tendency to come back down. I still think targets are right here at 866 eventually. I'm not saying on earnings, but I'm saying eventually down the road in the next couple months, we could definitely be down here in the 866 area. So watch for that. A lot of these things had great runs, guys. I mean, look at this. 750 to 1,050, guys, since the beginning of the year. Come on, that's just too big of a rally, too far, too fast. Needs a break. I know it's Amazon, but regardless, it's just too far. It needs a break to come in. And then, you know what? I will be buying it long. So I hope we come down here, guys. And for all you guys who missed this run, who's not in it, I'm sure you're hoping that too. I will buy long. I can't wait to go long. Buy the dip, guys. But right now, we're short a lot of these stocks. So, but Amazon, okay, a little bit stretched. We'll go into the weekly close, and then we'll try to figure out where this thing is going. NFLX. And volume wasn't too bad today on that one. All right, so Netflix had earnings, blasted up right into these areas of resistance. Right now, stalling, a little bit of a topping tail. Another one here, too. If we get another one of these things, I think you can short this one. Use the 187.33 as a stop out with confirmation. Maybe 190, 191. If it goes to 200, then you got to reshort it. Or you go with a small position here, another one at 190, another one at 200, just in case if it goes up. If it starts blasting off, you're going to have to stop out and then gave it a shot. That's all you can really do. But right now, guys, stalling out. Markets are grinding higher on the light volume. Let's see if this one can go sideways and then set up for the higher prices, or does this one go give us one more little tail? If it gives us one more little tail candle like this, I think we're coming down on this one, so watch for that. So again, great support down in here around the 175. If that cracks, we're going downtown. If this continues up, I'm thinking 195, 190, 195, and then 200. Possibly higher. It's Netflix, guys. It should be at least, you know, $600-700 stock. Just kidding. You have more support down here too, around 167.19, and then gap fill at 161.76. So watch for that. Right now, just stalling. Let's wait for pattern. See where Netflix can possibly go. All right, let's look at Google L. Google L, a little bit down on the day, holding this little pivot here. We did close back below it, but now let's see if we chop around. Shorter term Fibonacci, we are above all of them. 750 is very important as well. We did recapture that. Let's see if we go sideways, and boom, right into earnings and straight up, or do we go sideways, and straight down, guys? 50-50 shot on earnings. Chart looks good. If we weren't going in earnings on all these charts, they all look pretty good. They all look like they want to continue going. But remember, we went from 915 or this gap window straight up, guys. Got to watch for that. 995 is the area right now. That's where it's trying to break through. Let's see what happens on earnings. Just like the rest of them, though, guys. Gap fill, gap fill. You got the pivot low, gap fill down here. 200 MA hasn't been touched in a while. That's what I think the target is if we start falling down on these. If we go up, gosh, on this one, I'd say 1050 to 1100 maybe if this thing really starts to go. Just keep an eye on this one. Let's see if we stall out. Let's see if we fade into earnings. We're going to know a little bit more tomorrow and the next week if we start fading or this thing just keeps grinding on the light volume. Friday, tomorrow will be an interesting day. If the light volume remains, we're going to float. If we see a little bit heavier volume, I think we could get a little bit of selling tomorrow going into the weekend. But again, tall task for these markets. We did have 38 million on the SPY today, which again, pathetic, guys, pathetic. So right at the pivot, stalling out. Let's see if we could continue. A little bit stretch from the 20. I wouldn't rule out this thing pulling back, but earnings coming up, 50-50 shot, guys. Like I always say, just be careful. Do not load the house going into these positions if you're playing earnings. So Apple, a little bit down on the day, guys. Nice again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days up. It gets above the 50 and the 20. Everyone's, rejoicing. Holy cow, we did fill the gap too. Got above there. But now we got a little bit of a stall out. Again, going into earnings. Will this just chop sideways and pop? Chop sideways and drop. 200 MA is your target. Up move. Gosh, you got to get above here at 158, then 160, 165, 170, 175 if it goes up. If it remains on a bullish consolidation above the MAs, you're still inside this bar. Don't forget about that. It's kind of a 50-50. You're going to have support here, gap fill, 200 MA. And look at all the 200 MAs. I've been preaching that, guys. 200 MA will be the target eventually. And this will curl up in price, don't get me wrong. But if these drops, this is what you're looking for a possible bounce. For this one, I'd look a little bit lower around gap fill, around 120, 115, 120 area. That's a great area of support as well. I want to come in here, though, and do a quick shorter term retrace, though, on this. I just want to come down from here to here. I just want to see what we're touching. Yeah, so we're at the 618. That's what we're holding now. We're starting to go into the 750. All right, let's see what happens going into earnings on this one, guys. We're still above the MAs, or we just recaptured, but we're not getting through the 618. So let's see if we go sideways and up, sideways and down, or do we just kind of fade and chop up in here waiting until the ER report. Again, 50-50 shot, guys. Do not load the house. All right, again, if you like these videos, sign up at my StockBookie.com website. It's free. And again, I really enjoy doing these videos for you. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.